It's time to give the results from yesterday's Sweet 16. Jack, hit it.
It's the afternoon show's Caller of the Year. It's the Caller of the Year. It's the Caller of the Year.
All right. Now, Fritz and Ike, I need you looking directly at me because the polls will pop up on Twitter at some point, and I don't want you to see the results before I give them to you.
That's fine.
Yes.
Adolis is batting. I will be able to do both.
Okay. All right. So, yesterday's Elite Eight for Caller of the Year. And the winners, obviously, will be in today's Final Four. Once I finish, the polls will be on the WIP Twitter. You'll have until 6:30 p.m. to give your vote. So why don't we start with Justin in Tennessee, the 2 seed, versus OG Wade, the 1 seed.
Justin versus OG yesterday?
It was, yes. So Justin has really run through this tournament and not really been challenged at all. He's facing a 1 seed in OG Wade. Justin had 76.6% of the public vote.
Damn.
That's a tough scene for OJ.
Justin had 85.7% of the expert vote. With 81.15% of the vote, Justin in Tennessee moves to the Final Four.
I feel like he's my son.
Yes.
Wow, what a blowout.
That's a tough one.
That's a choke job, too.
Yep, it is.
And it coincides with what we've said all year.
He's had a weak year.
Hasn't been a great OG year.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, how the mighty have fallen.
So Justin in Tennessee goes to the Final
It wasn't
Four.
even a down-to-the-wire battle.
even
It was
close.
not even close.
You smelling a 3 seed next year?
Wow.
So the next one is interesting, and you'll find out as I'm giving the results. So the next one was a 1 seed Yoshi in Brewerytown versus a 2 seed Rios in North Philly.
This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt.
One way or the other it is.
So the public vote went 56.6% to Yoshi in Brewerytown.
Okay.
The expert vote went 71.4% to Rios in North Philly.
Oh, Rios got him.
The final count with 57.4% of the vote is Rios in North Philly takes down Yoshi and moves to the Final Four.
I did not
I
have
didn't
that
see
on my
it
bingo
coming,
card.
but I look, I don't remember what we were saying when we were handicapping it, but I really thought Rios was a very strong.
Yes.
Because
arguably a 1 seed, really.
yeah, it could have been. All of our 2 seeds could have been 1
Yeah.
seeds. And I think the reason Rios wasn't a 1 seed is because he's really an Eagle season caller, but those calls are so memorable and everybody loves them. Yes. Now,
kidding me? That's how we get our Fridays going.
Now, I want to remind everyone who is winning and losing that we love everyone.
Yes.
Everyone is still part of the WIP Afternoon Show family. You know, everyone's a winner at this point. Okay.
Everyone's not a winner.
All right.
No, we're not a participation trophy
This is
show.
not a participation trophy
Well,
show.
that's a good point.
And I would like to know the votes on that one from the expert panel.
Well, he said
it's 71.4%.
That's 5 out of 7.
Yes, it is. So next we will go to
Rios over Yoshi. Okay.
Corey and Columbus.
Is that 2 number 2 seeds?
It is.
2 number 2 seeds knocking off number 1 seed.
Yes.
Wow.
So the next one, we have the Cinderella, number 6 seed, Ken and Cinnaminson, versus the number 1 seed, Corey and Columbus. If you'll remember correctly, Corey had a very tough matchup in the previous round against Tasty Cake Dom.
Yeah.
And now he goes, as a 1 seed, goes against the Cinderella of the tournament, Ken and Cinnaminson. Now, Corey had 57.1% of the public vote.
Okay.
I just want to give Ken credit again. To get nearly 43% of the public vote is monstrous for Ken.
Yeah. And let's be fair. On this show, he's been introduced to a different audience, a broader audience, some would say bigger audience.
Well, look,
numbers aren't numbers.
There's varsity, there's varsity and there's JV. So
I don't want to go there.
Okay.
Yes. So Ken's profile has been raised regardless.
So the final number with 71.4% of the vote.
Oh, see,
Corey in Columbus moves on to the Final Four.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
He got 85.7% of the expert vote. Only 1 vote for Ken and Cinnaminson, the expert panel.
Who was the one?
Well,
that's a big one.
I could find that out as well. I don't know, but I could find that out as well.
In all honesty, it should have been more than one.
It should be.
No offense to Corey, but Ken deserves more than one vote on the expert panel.
I agree, but the votes are the votes.
Yeah, they are. Sure. Man,
so,
good showing by Ken. Good job.
So now we have the closest of all of the votes.
Now, who was this one?
And that was the 1 seed Chuck in Mount Airy versus the 2 seed Herb in the Northeast.
This put the voters in a pretzel.
It sure did. Okay. The public vote was not close. Herb in the Northeast scored 67.3% of the public vote.
That's not a big enough lead.
However, the expert vote
it's not a big enough lead.
Went to Chuck in Mount Airy.
How big?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm only going to give you the final count. The winner had 55.1% of the vote.
Oh, that's close. He held on, though.
The winner is Herb in the Northeast.
Yes.
Well, no offense, Chuck.
No offense, Chuck.
I didn't say yes, just so we're clear. I wanted Chuck in this one. There
you go.
Yes, the miracle run continues.
I love you, Chuck, but Herb held on, man. There you go.
So Chuck had 57.1% of the expert vote. That is 4-3 over Herb of the expert panel.
So 3 2 seeds and 1 1 seed.
Correct. The only 1 seed to make it is Corey and Columbus. So here are the final matchups that you can vote on today, and then we will have the final round tomorrow. Again, you could vote on the WIP Twitter page. I'm going to keep repeating this because people are messaging me occasionally and don't know. The public vote only counts for 50% of the vote. The other 50% are the expert panel. The expert panel consisting of Buzz, Rhea, Joe Giglio, Elliot Shore Parks, Kenny and Villanova, Gary and Vineland, and I'm forgetting, and Steiny, Lil Steiny.
Lil Steiny.
Okay, the matchups you can vote on now. The 2 seed Rios in North Philly versus the 2 seed Herb in the Northeast.
Another tough one.
And then the other matchup, the 2 seed Justin in Tennessee versus the lone 1 seed in the Final Four, Corey in Columbus. You can vote until 6:30 today at the WIP Twitter page.
The out-of-towners versus pure Philadelphia.
That is very true. That is. We will have an out-of-towner in the final, and we will have a Philly in the final.
Who said this committee wasn't smart?
Come on. I was told.
There's a huddle up.
Huddle up and lock in.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome, man.
That was a stressful last 5 minutes.
Good job.
You like
Spike.
that?
Yeah, good job. Good job.
I would like to apologize to Chuck for the reaction.
You two have a lot of apologies to make.
I just really want to hear what Herb has next.
Are you kidding me? Yes. We're all hanging on our seats, but we want to know what Herb has in store for us next.
Well, and the last thing, before we get to back to 3 Question Thursday and the Hurts situation, whether you're confident in him as the future of the Eagles, does this change Chuck's decision to retire as a caller from WIP? Can he go out on a loss, or does he have to make sure his next year is locked in and win next year's tournament?
That's a good question. Chuck has decisions to make.
He does.
You don't want to stay away, Chuck.
No, you want to go out on top. Like Lane Johnson didn't retire after last year.
And by the way, retiring, if Chuck decides to stay retired, I don't know how he gets back in the field at 32 next year.
Oh, if he's retired?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. I don't care how much Jack tries to lobby for him.
Yes.
I know, because I will lobby. I'm a resumes-man. We let Andy and Deptford in, by the way.
That's because he's been trying to get in. He's been trying to call.
He calls constantly.
He's not willfully taking himself out of it.
No, he didn't retire.
If I know Chuck like I think I know Chuck, this is
he's coming back.
You know what this is? This is Dave Dombrowski saying you're not elite.
Wow.
I think that's what we're going to get.
Now, Jack, last thing, your heart, I think, was very much in this because all these people have your direct cell phone number and you love all of them.
Well, they're also my friends.
They're also your friends. Well, that's why they have your direct cell phone number. Yes. Are you okay with the Final Four? I know the Yoshi one hurt you.
I would have liked Yoshi in the Final Four. Nothing against Rios. I'm just a Yoshi guy.
Yep.
I'm a Rios guy too, but I was pulling for Yoshi.
Okay. All right. But aside from that, are you good with all this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that was the only one I got wrong in my pre-show prediction. I thought Yoshi was going to win that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that
You guys were trying to get it out of me. I stayed very straight-faced, kept looking at my laptop, was trying not to give you any hints.
It was tough matchups in that last round, man.
Oh, huge.
It just was. It was tough matchups, and you know you're going to lose good callers in that last matchup. So
it's all good callers.
Yeah, no matter who was left, you know you're going to lose some good ones. So I'm good with our Final Four.
All right.
And more importantly,
yes,
the listeners have spoken.
They have.
They've spoken.
They've spoken. They have.
Yeah, they've spoke with their votes.
Yep.
A lot of votes on all of them. So they're letting you know what they think of the callers.
Well, again, you can vote on the two semifinal matchups right now until 6:30 on the WIP Facebook, on the WIP Twitter page.